Okay. Good morning, everyone. Yes. So, what was the last topic we have discussed in our previous class?
Float.
And what exactly we were discussing in float? Total float. Did we solve any problems on total? And did we solve any problems on total flow?
One, sir.
Uh, okay. So we have completed it. Is it right?
Yes.
All right. So, have we solved any problems on early start, early finish, and also the same problem, for the same problem, have we calculated early start, early finish, late start, and late finish? Why I'm asking this question is because for the same problem, possibly we can solve the total float also. For the same problem, have we calculated early start, early finish, late start, and late finish?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So in that case, I hope it was not the previous problem. Is it right? Apart from that problem, there is some other problem for which we have calculated all the four parameters: early start, early finish, late start, and late finish. Am I right? apart from the previous problem, is there any problem for which we have calculated all the 4 parameters: early start, early finish, late start, late finish? Okay, no worries. Otherwise, possibly total float doesn't require much of the extra problem. What we'll do is we'll go for the next topic. Possibly there we require some more concentration. And if time permits, we'll solve extra problem on total. I guess total float doesn't require extra problem to be solved. So we'll spend some more time on the next topic, that is the free float, right? For the next topic, that is free float. Free float. We'll calculate this parameter. So this is also a type of float or a delay, all right? But here the project manager is going to assume different type of parameters, all right? So in free float, the parameters are different while calculating the total delay available for each of the activities. Okay, that is the only difference. Otherwise, a free float is also a form of a delay itself. The project manager is trying to determine. Okay, so the project manager determines the total delay available for an activity by considering, by determining by determining by determining the total difference, by determining the total difference between the early start of next activity and early finish of the present activity. All right. So here the parameter is again a difference is being determined, but unlike the total float was the difference between the late start and the early start of an activity. But here the difference is that the late start is being substituted with the early start of the next activity. Okay, early finish of the current activity. Okay, so that is the basic difference. The difference between, so the free float is the difference between the early start of the next activity. Okay, so what we are assuming here, the project manager assumes that the next activity may start as soon as possible and the current activity will finish as soon as possible. All right. So considering this, the difference is being calculated. The free float is being calculated. So in a project, all types of different possibilities are always possible. Is it right? So in free flow, in a project, if you have to see, the next activity may start as soon as possible, and the current activity may finish as soon as possible. This is always a possibility is there, and and the project manager, it would be very convenient for the project manager to finish an activity as soon as possible. The advantage behind this, the benefit behind this is behind uh, completing an activity as soon as possible is that the cost will be saved. Okay, the indirect cost will be saved. Otherwise, if the activity goes on delaying for few duration, what will happen is the electricity charge or the uh, other type of indirect cost will go up. Is it right? So the project manager may have to pay extra salary to his employees in order to complete the work as soon as possible. Is it right? If the work gets delayed for some more days. So as an incentive, the project manager may have to pay out some more wage or payment may have to be given to the employees for completing the work. So this is another extra added expense for the project manager, which may lead to the reduction in the total profit of the project. That is the reason, as much as possible, the activity has to finish on the early finish date, so on and so forth. That is the reason here. The assumption is that the current activity finishes as soon as possible, and the next activity starts as soon as possible, and the current activity finishes as soon as possible. Okay. Okay. So let us consider an example. Let us consider activity. Uh, Start to finish, and the description of this. Early start, let us assume it is 5 days, 8 days, this is 15 days, and this is 17 days. Description, let us assume that this activity, and once the data collection is over, data analysis will. Is it right? So these are the two different activities. Let us assume that these are the two different activities. Just write this. Free float is equal. I hope everyone had made note of the expression which was there in the previous screen. Anyone wants me to go back to the previous screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? I could not hear it properly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going back to the previous screen in that case. All right. So I have just gone back to the previous screen just to see that everyone makes note of this particular explanation. So in the next slide or in the next screen, we're just considering two different activities. The first activity is data collection process. The second activity is data analysis process. As a project manager, the project manager would always want to finish the data collection process as soon as possible, so that the next activity starts as soon as. Okay. We have considered some durations. The next example, for which we have to determine the free. Okay, I'm going for the next screen. Okay, so this is the problem statement. Early start for next activity. Minus early finish for present activity. Present activity. Fine. So free float is nothing but it is the difference between the early start of the next activity and the early finish for the current activity or the present activity. What we'll do is we must consider determine the free float for 2-5 activity. So for 2-5 activity, can you find out the free float for 2-5 activity? Can you determine the free float for 2-5 activity? Can you determine the free float? So what is the next activity after 2-5? After 2-5, what is the next activity?
5-7.
5-7. Correct. 5-7. Just going for the next one. Free float for 2-5 is equal to early start for 5-7 minus early finish for 2-5. Everyone agrees to this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why it is this? Because if I have to draw it in the form of diagram, first comes 2-5, next comes 5. This is a sort of a present activity, and this is the next activity. The early start. Can anyone tell what is the early start for 5-7?
13.
And what is the early finish for 2-5?
8.
Early finish is 8. Early start is 13 for the next. What should be the free float? Anyone?
5.
Yes. So the difference is 5. Difference between 13 and 8 is 5. So free float for 2-5 is 5. Free float requires some more focus. Okay. So actual area where we are supposed to focus, we'll get to know when we start solving the problem. Okay. So in the next example, we'll consider list of activities, and for each of the activities, we'll try to solve the free float. Just make note of this. Uh, so free float for 2-5 is 15 minus 8 is equal to 5. Okay, free float for 2-5 is 13 minus 8 equal to 5. If anyone has not understood, ask, or you can just put a message in chat box. Okay, those who have already completed writing this, just tell me uh, any problem in which we have. Uh, is there any question statement in which we have mentioned the a list of activities, early start and early finish? Is there any question statement which all the three columns are included? That is activity, early start, and early finish. Is there any problem? Question statement in which these three columns are being mentioned. That is activity, early start, early finish.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just dictate me that once this is done, uh, once we go for the next screen, just tell me that question so that we can solve the same problem and determine the free float for each of those actions. All right, so I'm just going for the next screen. Okay, so before going for the next screen, anyone wants me to go back to the previous notes or anything? Okay, there is no much of the response, so I believe that we go for the next one. Activity. Uh, activity and early start and early finish. Okay, so tell me the list of activities.
1-2,
Okay, next.
2-3,
Okay, how many activities are there?
6,
Okay, tell me 2-3.
2-4,
Okay,
3-5,
okay,
4-5, 2-5.
correct.
Yes.
Early start.
0,
Okay,
10,
okay,
10,
okay,
22,
okay,
10, 10,
Okay.
30,
30. Okay.
22,
Okay.
46, 30,
Okay.
35,
Okay.
10,
Okay.
24,
25.
24, 4.
24. Correct. So question statement is determine the free float. Determine the free float for all these activities. For all activities. Determine the free float for all these activities. Just make note of this example. So in free float, the main aspect is you have to determine the next activity correctly. Okay. So if you determine the next activity correctly, almost you have solved 75% of this problem. 75% of the problem is solved. The main aspect is you have to determine the next activity of each of the activities. If you do that, you have solved 75% of the problem. Okay, so just make note of all this data and then we start the solution. Okay. So we'll start with the solution part. If anyone wants me to go back to the previous screen, just tell me. So one of them has said that early finish for 2-5 is 40. I have 14 and it is not 24. Okay. Just make this correction. Last activity, early finish is 14 and it is not 24. Going for the next screen. Solution. The first calculation is free float of 1-2 activity. For this, the present activity 1-2. Okay. And for this activity, what is the next activity? The next activity is, can anyone tell what is the next activity for 1-2 activity?
2-3.
Okay. Yes. And any other answers? Any other answers? For 1-2, the next activity is 2-3. Okay, fine. Any other answers? What is the next activity after 1-2? After 1-2, what is the next activity?
There are three, sir.
Correct. There are three activities, and which are those?
2-3, 2-4, 2-5.
Consider all the three activities. Is it right? So there are three activities. Are you getting this? How to consider the next activity? So the next activity should not be considered as per this particular list. So if you have to see, the next activity after 1-2 is 2-3. It is not that you are considering the next activity according to this particular list of activities, but you have to consider the next activity by this particular node. So 1-2, from the second node, three activities are starting. Okay, 2-3, 2-4, and 2-5. That is the reason we have to consider three different activities. Anyone has any doubts? Write this as next activities. And this is the present activity. 1-2 is the present activity. If anyone wants me to explain this once again, I can just let me know. Okay. So I'm going for the next one. Early finish for 1-2 activity. What is the early finish duration for 1-2?
10.
10. Correct. 10 days. Early start for the next activity. Early start for the next activity, that is 2-3, 2-4, 5. What is the early start for all these three activities?
10.
All of them are equal to 10. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Therefore, 3/4 for 1-2 is equal to early start of next activity minus early finish of present activity. That is nothing but it is equal to 10 minus 10. Answer is going to be 0. Any doubts here? Any doubts?
Sir, what if any one number changes in between?
Yes. So here, there is no possibility that the number will change. The question here is, I'm just going back to the previous screen. I will come back to this. The question here is 2-3 early start is 10. 2-4 early start is 10. 2-5 early start is 10. Now the question is, what if one of the number changes? Now there is no possibility that the number will change. Why? Because you write early start based on key to value, starting node. Correct? If you remember this, how did we solve this? How did we get this value? This was equal to E2. Correct? So this will not change at all. This will not change. Correct? So if the starting node is same, then this value also will be the same. It will not change at all. Correct? Have I answered this?
Yes, sir.
So this value will not change at all. So in case the nodes are same, will be the early start will be the same. Answer is 10 minus 10. Answer is 0. So those who have already completed this, just write free float for 1-2 is equal to 10 minus 10 is equal to 0. Calculate the early start for the next activity. Which is the next activity? 2-3, I guess. List. Just check the list of activities. Free float for that activity has to be determined. Is it 2-3, the next activity?
Yes.
Right. So determine the free float for 2-3. Okay, so I'm going for the next one. If anyone wants me to stay in this particular screen, just let me know. Or if anyone wants me to explain this once again, just tell me. I can. Not an issue. So free float for 2-3. Free float for 2-3. Now for a project manager, all these parameters are very much important. This floats actually decides the total project cost. So project cost is determined based on all these parameters. So 2-3. What should be the next activity after 2-3? Once 2-3 completes, what is the next activity?
3-5.
Correct. This is the present activity. 3-5 is the next activity. So early start of the next activity. 3-5. How much? What is the early start of 3-5?
22.
Correct. And early finish of present activity.
46.
Yes. Present activity is equal
Sir,
to
it's 22.
22 itself. Yes. Total free float should be 0. Total float, not total float. free float for the activity 2-3 is 0. If there are any questions, please ask. Okay. So free float for 2-3 is equal to, answer is, so what is the next activity we have? 2-4. 2-4. Just try to determine the free float for 2-4. And simultaneously, if there are any questions, please ask. Okay. So what is the next activity? I said 2-4, is it right? What is the next activity?
Two dash four.
Yes. Free float for activity 2-4. Okay, so take some time and calculate 2-4, the free float for 2-4.
Zero.
How much?
Zero.
This is also 0. And what is the next activity of 2-4?
4-5.
4-5. The next activity, the present activity. Okay. Done.
30 minus 30.
30 minus 30. Okay. Early start of 4-5 is 30. Is it right? And early finish of 2-4 is also 30. Therefore, free float is equal to 0. 30 minus 30 is 0. Correct? This is the solution for the activity 2-4. Yes, if there is any doubts, I have to ask. Why? Because for a project manager, all these parameters are important aspect. This is the next activity 3-5. 3-5. 3-5. Okay, so just calculate the free float for 3-5. The next activity is 3-5. Calculate the free float for 3-5. In case if anyone has not understood, you are supposed to ask.
So in this case, we have only present activity. What about next activity?
Next activity. Come to that. For 3-5 activity, there is only one activity. And after the fifth node, there are no other activities. Right. So, I'm just going for the next screen. I hope everyone has made note of this. All right. So what is the next activity? 3-5, is it right? We float for activity 3-5. 3-5. Okay. So 3-5 is here. And how many activities actually finishes on the fifth node?
3.
3 activities. One is 4-5 and another is 2-5. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So what is the early finish here? 3-5.
46.
46. What is the early finish here?
35.
35. And what is the early finish for the last activity?
14.
14.
14 days. Is it right? That means what? Earliest possible duration. These are the early finish duration. Correct? This is the early finish duration for all the three. Right? One is 46 days, another is 35 days, and another is 14 days. That means what? Earliest possible duration by when we can finish all the three activities is 46th day. All the three activities will be over by 46th day, not before that. Am I making the point here? On the 46th day, if you have to see, all the three activities are finishing on the fifth node. But if we consider 14th day, still some of the activities are still pending. That is 4-5 is not yet complete, 3-5 is not yet complete. Is it right? Let us assume this is June 14th. Thus, let us assume this as June 31st. Not June 31st, possibly if we start it on June 1st, this will be on July 15th or somewhere, correct? July 30th, July 15th. If we start the project on June 1st, then this will be July 15th and this will be somewhere 35 means July 5th, sorry, and this should be July 15th somewhere. Correct? Let us not get into that date, otherwise, possibly again, calculation is included. Correct? So, what we were explaining here. So, 4-5 activity, if you have to see, is 35 days. Early finish 35. 46. Now, so this activity, earliest possible duration by when we can finish this activity, 2-5 is 14th day. Correct? And this is 35th day. Let us just put my maximum effort to explain this. That means what, June 14th this will get over. If you are starting the project on June 1st, this will get over on June 14th, and this will get over by July 5th, because 35 days means 35 days from June 1st, that is July 5th, and this activity can finish only by July 16th. Correct? So 3-5 activity will finish only on July 16th. So here we have to start this activity. This is starting point. Any activity, if it has to start, it has to start only on July 16th, not before that. Correct? Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Correct? So any activity, there is no activity currently, but in case if it is there, then we will have to start this activity only on July 16th, that is on the 46th day. That is the earliest possible duration. Okay, so that is the reason we have to consider early start as equal to 46. Okay, all right. So what we'll do is we will write the explanation in the next class. But if you have understood, the calculation for this free float is, free float will be how much? 46 minus 46. Answer 0. Why? Because early start is of the activity starting from the 5th node is 46, and early start of 3-5 is 40. Anyways, we will write the explanation in the next class. Okay, just remind me about this in the next class. That is Tuesday's class. We'll see that. We'll start with the writing notes for this problem, for this particular. All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll continue this in the next class. Thank you. Class years, just give me the list of absent.
Thank you, sir.